Spoilers, guys, if you haven't played both these games, do it immediately. These are phenomenal games, but the connections between both these games are far along each of the storylines. With Persona 5 on the horizon, I thought it'd be fun to look at the connections between Persona 3 and Persona 4. Persona 4 does pay respects to its predecessor, so let's take a look at it. So, let's talk about the field trip. The Persona 4 cast went to Port Island in Dezumi Port to see the more prestigious school of Gakkoken, which is actually the Persona 3 school. The trip visits Gakkoken, Paulownia Mall, and of course, the Love Hotel. So, the first connection is Club Escapade. In Persona 3, Rise does make an appearance as a guest at Club Escapade in the Paulownia Mall. Rise at the time was an up-and-coming idol that would eventually make it big in Persona 4 2 years later. This was discussed in Persona Q and is also the catalyst in the cast for finding out the time difference. So next up is Chihiro Fushimi. She, at the time of Persona 3, was the first year as the treasurer for the student council. She has a phobia of men, and through the social link, she was able to overcome it with the help of the protagonist. In Persona 4, during the trip, she appears to be a confident and elegant student council president, much in the light of Mitsuru. The Love Hotel. At the end of the field trip in Persona 4, the slut teacher books a hotel, a love hotel for the students to sleep at. This love hotel is the place where one of the full moon bosses took place, and also where Yukari's shadow self emerges. Also, you get to see Yukari in a towel. Fuka, a important character in the main cast of Persona 3, but in Persona 4 Golden, Yosuke tells a scary story during the ski trip about a friend's sister who bullied a girl in the same class and ended up being hospitalized. He mentioned his friend's sister went to a prestigious school, presumably Gakkoken, and hung out with the bad crowd. He also says that the events happened around 3 years ago, and Naoto mentions reading a police report about a similar case. The story alludes to the events that actually happened to Fuka Yamagishi. Pink Alligator. Next up is a really sad connection between both games. Akinari from Persona 3 writes a book before he dies with the said pink alligator. Later in Persona 4 Golden, it is alluded to again when Nanako reads a storybook about a pink alligator during Adachi's social link. President Tanaka. So Mr. Tanaka in Persona 3 asks the protagonist to be the model for his products. He then swindles the protagonist out of a large sum of money. However, when he sees that the protagonist is unaware they're being taken advantage of, Tanaka takes him under his wing and begins to teach him about business. In Persona 4, Tanaka appears to be the host of the home selling network on Tanaka's Amazing Commodities. Mr. Edogawa. He was the weird teacher in Persona 3 who was always infatuated with the paranormal. These lectures of the paranormal is the norm in Persona 3, and in Persona 4, the player experiences it just for a little bit during the field trip. But he's also the host of the TV Classroom, the lecture series to help explain the background for the Persona series. The Persona 3 protagonist. The protagonist is briefly mentioned in Persona 4 in a conversation between the protagonist of Persona 4 and Margaret. Margaret states that her sister, Elizabeth, left her position as Igor's assistant to find a way to free the blue-haired boy from the seal.
Even if you should lose everything, your soul will not be isolated. And if that does happen, just as Elizabeth did for the other boy, I shall do for you.
Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and just so you guys know, I did do playthroughs of both Persona 3 and Persona 4 if you're looking to refresh your mind before Persona 5 comes out. Also, I am going to do a complete playthrough of Persona 5, so please subscribe if you guys look forward to that, and it really helps me out a lot.